Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'll be checking Forza Horizon 5 running on Xbox Series S. And yes, you heard that right, Xbox Series S, not X. Now this is my son's console, we bought it today. So, obviously this is not, technically speaking, this is not my console, that's my son's console. But he allowed me to use that console once for a while for some videos and testing and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I will be using it for some videos, and this is the first one, right? Because obviously I was very curious to check how well this game run on the console and how does it look on this console as well. Because on Xbox Series X, it's one of the best looking games on Series X, to be honest with you. I'm talking about Forza Horizon 5, of course, right? And yeah, like first of all, there's two graphics modes. There's quality and performance mode. I'm running this game in performance mode right now, so that's 1080p 60 frames per second. But there's quality mode, which is higher resolution, and I think that's 1440p at 30 frames per second. So yeah, the graphics looks sharper, nicer, but yeah, it's lower frame rate, so that's not perfect. Now when it comes to graphics, obviously the resolution is lower, so you see a little bit of a shimmering and that kind of stuff, although I must say that they still did a very good job with aliasing, anti-aliasing and that kind of stuff, right? So yeah, it's good looking 1080p game, that's for sure. And another thing, performance wise, the game is running at really stable 60 frames per second. So far I haven't really noticed any frame rate drop. There's a little bit of pop-in, but I guess we can say the same thing about the Xbox Series X version, right? But what I did notice is that, like, when it comes to the level of details, like close to the car and stuff, it's not that bad, right? Like, as you can see, like there's a lot of trees and bushes and everything, like, this environment is like full of details. But there are some areas where you see, especially like far in the distance, you see that there is a bit of a difference, in a sense that there's less details. So for example, now you can, if you look like further up, like these two hills, like on Xbox Series X, they would normally have like way more details on it, right? Like I'm talking about like trees and these, stuff. And it's not like a massive difference, and it's not something that you would normally pay attention to much. But like going back from Xbox Series X, you actually notice these differences, because like on Xbox Series X, like you see a lot of like small details even far in the distance, right? Like more trees and that kind of stuff, right? So looks like the Xbox Series S version of that game not only has lower resolution, but also well tuned down graphic settings, right? But like I said, it's only about like draw distance, I guess. Not necessarily, because like when it comes to the details, like in like close to the car, too close to where you are, it's the game is pretty much identical, I would say, right? Except the resolution, really, because on Xbox Series X everything looks sharper and more detailed because of the resolution, right? But the game looks very good, and it runs great as well. As you can see, there's quite a lot of pop-in even here, so that's a shame. But pop-in is an issue even on Xbox Series X. I feel like they improved it a little bit recently, and there's less pop-in now on Xbox Series X, even in performance mode. But yeah, by the way, if you want to have a better graphics and stuff, right, you should actually try the quality mode, right? Because then You know, the only problem is that then, you know, you will have to get used to 30 frames per second. So I guess something has to give, right? But at least you've then got a better graphics. So yeah, you can't have everything, I guess. So that's pretty good job for like Xbox Series S. I mean, it's a $300 console. And this is still a cross-gen title. Generally speaking, I think that we'll see way more better looking games and better running games on Series S as well, when developers will actually start utilizing the Xbox Series S and X features. And I think one of the first games that actually is coming out pretty soon, there's actually going to be a couple of proper next-gen games on Xbox Series S and X this year. Like Redfall, I think it's going to be the first one. There's going to be Scorn. We will have also Warhammer 40k Dark Tide. That game is going to be a proper next-gen game as well. Now, but I say next-gen in a sense that there won't be any Xbox One and Xbox One X versions of these games, right? But you know, that still doesn't necessarily mean that all these games going to like utilize all next-gen features, right? So you know, hopefully they will use at least some of them, but you know, will they use everything? Probably not, because it's still early in the generation. But even if they started using some of them, that would be, you know, a big thing anyway. I think that the proper use of velocity architecture is very important for especially Xbox Series S, because that console, you know, with less memory and memory bandwidth than Xbox Series X would greatly benefit from SFS, and if developers would actually use it, because SFS and velocity architecture overall actually reduces bandwidth and memory usage, right? So we'll see how that goes, but as you can see, the game looks really nice, and there's still a lot of details. Nice. This car is like a tank. It goes everywhere. And yeah, I mean, Forza Horizon 5 in general is a very cool game. It's like a game for everyone. And I wouldn't even call it like a racing game, because yeah, you can race in this game, but there's so much other stuff to do in this game as well, like, you know, breaking boards and doing some other tasks and stuff here and there. And let's check the view. By the way, like I said, I'll be making graphics comparisons between Xbox Series S and X probably in early next week. Obviously the first game I'll probably make the comparison of is going to be Forza Horizon 5, because yeah, it's an impressively looking game. Yeah, let's go down. I'm actually looking for a garage. Damn. Off we go. There you go. Whoa.
Recalculating route.
Yeah, you recalculate the route. Weird. Where is that Garage. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I can't find it anywhere. Yeah, guys, so Xbox Series S is a pretty neat console, especially if you can't get your hands on Xbox Series X, because you know it's an ultimate Xbox console. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Hey guys, everything is alright. Car is just scratched. Nothing major, nothing to worry about. Yeah, there's a number of games that actually do kind of show even the power of
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Yeah, there's a number of games that actually show power of Xbox Series S as well. I mean, it takes games that takes a good advantage of the hardware and stuff, like Gears 5, for example. I'll be testing these games as well. I may actually do like a proper series where I'll be showing games that actually where developers actually took a proper advantage of these consoles, and you know the games actually run and look great. So I may actually do that kind of series as well, because like there's quite a lot of games that actually run that do run like crap on this console, but like there's just, you know, these are exceptions really, not a rule. So yeah, so anyway guys, I think that's the video. You know, Forza Horizon 5 on Xbox Series S looks very great, very good. It's not as good looking as on Xbox Series X, but it's as well running as on Xbox Series X, that's for sure. It's running at stable 60 frames per second, no problems there, and yeah, and it looks pretty good as well. Let's jump. Whoa, barely scratched. Anyway guys, that's the video. Thanks a lot for tuning in, thanks for support, really appreciate it. By the way, let me know in the comment section what game you would like me to actually test and check on Xbox Series S or even Xbox Series X. That would you know, help me a ton. It's always, you know, better for you guys to tell me what you would like to see on the channel, not me coming up with some games and stuff. So let me know in the comment section below, and I think that's it for this video today, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.